What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drop. So, first and foremost, I want to say that was a great night in boxing last night. Excellent fights. Um, Game time. I know you'll be watching this soon. I got your message, and I'm glad that you were smart enough to know I was talking about the last two rounds with Israel Lara and Danny Garcia. So if y'all listen to the video I did right before the fight in that drop, I told y'all that Israel Lara stopped Danny Garcia in the late rounds, last two rounds, and I thought the fight went to 12 rounds. I didn't know the fight was only a 10-round fight. So if I'd have known it was a 10-round fight, I would have said 8 to 10, but I say 10 to 12 on the video, and the fight didn't even go to 12 rounds. So I did call the last two rounds, but it wasn't a 12-round fight. So whoever caught on to that and still picked the last two rounds and got the wins, that was good thinking. Glad y'all was smart to do that. I knew Israel Lara would stop Danny Garcia in the last two rounds of the fight, whether it was a 10-round fight or a 12-round fight. But all the fights turned out to be pretty good. Berlanga, he surprised me to hang around long as he did. I think he fought a hell of a fight. It was a good fight. Good fight with Berlanga and Canelo. Of course, I knew Canelo would get the decision, but I thought Canelo was going to get the stoppage. I picked the stoppage for Canelo from round 6 to 8. Of course, y'all seen him stop him when he dropped him, but he got back up. But we didn't get the 6 to 8 round stoppage from me on that call, but it is what it is. But I told you pick Canelo for the win too. So, other than that, what I had to talk about, Bark for the Bone, aka BFTB, he come on his shit earlier today, telling motherfuckers Bud won't beat Canelo because Bud is black. Listen, y'all, don't listen to this racist, bum talking ass, goofy motherfucker. Alright? He don't know what the fuck he talking about. Listen, Bud won't beat Canelo because Bud can't beat Canelo. That's why Bud won't beat Canelo. And y'all already know how I feel about Bud. You know I go ins for Bud. You already know that. Yeah, that's my guy. But that's how straight down the middle I am. They kind of put my motherfucking money up. I ain't put my money up for Bud to beat no motherfucking Canelo at 168. Fuck no. You listen to a goofy motherfucker like he don't know what the fuck he talking about. Bud would lose because he black. That's what I mean. He don't be talking no motherfucking box. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. Bud would lose to Canelo because he too little. I think Bud do box better than Canelo. Me personally, I think he boxed better than Canelo. But he too light in his ass. He too light in his ass to handle what Canelo, that pressure Canelo gonna put on him. Y'all gotta picture that shit. Think of that pressure that Canelo is gonna put on Bud. And Bud ain't gonna be able to keep that shit off of him for 12 rounds. It's not gonna happen. He gonna get caught. Believe that. He gonna get caught. Body shot, head shot, I don't know. He gonna get caught. Simple as that. It got nothing to do with color at all. Bud too light in the ass for Canelo. Simple as that. Too light in the tail for Canelo at 168. It just is. It is what it is. And Bud showed us that with Madrimov at 154. Crazy part about it, you got this same goofy ass, he a goofy motherfucker. Look, he the same motherfucker making videos. He done made round by round videos of how Bud lost to Madrimov. Then he turn around a couple weeks later and get on here this morning and say the only reason Bud would lose to Canelo is because he black. Ain't nobody getting on that motherfucking wagon with you, you goofy motherfucker. Bud would lose to Canelo because he too light in the ass. That's why. That's why. I mean, but other than that, great night in fights. And as far as when it come to Bud, you know what we want to see Bud do. It's only one thing that we really interested in this. The real motherfuckers who know what they looking at, interested in seeing Bud do. And that's become 3-time undisputed at 154. And Bud, if you peep in and hear this video, just know, anybody that's encouraging you to skip 160 and go to 168 when you just got to 154 and they trying to encourage you to go fight Canelo, that same motherfucker smiling in your face and making you think you can win that fight, they want you to lose. You just don't know that. I'm telling you some deep inside shit. They want you to lose, bud. They don't want to see you 3-time undisputed. They don't want you leaving boxing as a legend like that. That's going to be too major. And that's going to be tough to break. It's going to be tough it's a record that you would leave that's going to be tough for a motherfucker to break for a long time. For a motherfucker to go in 3 different divisions and take all 4 belts. It's going to be some difficult shit to break for a long time. I know Clarissa Shields doing it. I'm not talking about on the women's side. I'm talking about on the men's side. On the men's side, especially how the boxing going right now, because all these motherfuckers don't want to fight each other. They avoid motherfuckers to stay away from belts. So, especially how boxing going now, it would take a long time, bud, before you got a motherfucker around that's coming through divisions and don't care who you is, what's the situation. If you got that motherfucking belt, they taking that bitch up off you. It's going to be long before a motherfucker come around like that again, bud. So do your motherfucking thing. I'm trying to tell you some real shit like a true motherfucking friend, real shit. Do your thing at 154, get undisputed. Get undisputed at 154 and fucking retire. Retire. Telling you, retire. If you lose at 154, so what? If you end up taking a loss, trying to get undisputed, so what? But me personally, real shit, I think you can get it. The tough fights is going to be Tim Tszyu. Of course, if you fight Jamel Charlo at 154, belt or not, I don't know if he even got a belt right now, but that's a dangerous fight to be in. But I do give you the edge and think you will beat Jamel Charlo too. I think you can beat Tim Tszyu. Tough ass fight, but I think you can do it. I think you can beat these guys. And Fondora, you can pull it off. You could dig down deep and pull it off. That's enough right there, bud. Everything I just said right now, it's so much, that's enough right now. Try to get all of it, deal with that. Deal with that. And get the fuck out the sport. And you're going to get big bread with them fights as shit go on. You're going to get something, you're going to get I'm telling you, your bread going to be straight. When you retire, you're going to be good as far as paper. I'm telling you. Doing it right there at 154. You do not need Canelo at all. See y'all on the get back.